everybody? Spirit of 420 here because everything I do is so 420. It is a very, very, very short broadcast tonight. I am really just coming on because I said I would come on live tonight and I didn't want to break that promise. But all I'm doing right now is getting ready for 25th anniversary South Park concert in the Red Rock Talk tomorrow night. It's actually going on right now as we speak, first night. But I have tickets to the second night, which, quite frankly, I would prefer to have those tickets. I can only assume the second night is going to be just a little bit better than the first. Hey, what's up there, Cheerful Flower? How are you doing? So I'm sure you heard me, but I'm not going to be on long tonight at all. I've still got a ton of things to do. So many batteries to charge, right? Whatever you want to say. I cannot fly the drone in the park. However, I can take off legally from certain areas outside and get some aerial shots that, granted, aren't going to be, in the park, but you'll still be able to see a lot of red rock and a lot of, it's all in beauty, if you will. And that's really one of the most important things of it. Plus, I've got this badass little zoom on there, so we can get pretty close even without being close. That's what's cool. Let's see. What was I going to say? Well, let's take another hit. I do have a lot going on, and I do have a lot of people that I'm both waiting on and waiting on me. So, I do apologize for those who are waiting on me, and all I can tell you is I'll get there. And I have a feeling that the people I'm waiting on kind of feel the same way, so they'll get there. It's all just, right now is a really, really odd time in the country and the world. Everything just feels topsy-turvy, upside down, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't feel normal. And when I say normal, obviously that's subjective, considering my tagline is most people don't realize how normal strange is. So right now, actually, it feels incredibly normal because it's strange as fuck. But what I mean by normal is the ebb and flow of what typically we feel in a normal day, at least prior to the pandemic, is gone, right? And so now we are essentially trying to find a new normal, if you will, amongst this, and it's not easy. You want to be friends with people, you want to be nice, but you're like, don't get in my face, though. I don't mean that in a rude way, but I don't want you coughing. So either way, I'm just gonna smoke this bowl and talk to you folks for a little bit. I would really appreciate it if everybody put out a masterful prayer and sent some incredible positive vibes to a buddy of mine who has gone down the quadruple, and I think even technically, if I talk to him, I was able to, like 5 bad things. It's usually 3. Threes. Bad things happen in 3s. But for him, it's gotten really bad, and it's ending really, really bad. I mean, it kind of blows me away. I've talked about my friend a few times, but I need to get it off my chest. But I mean, here's a guy who has a mental breakdown and recovers from it. While he's in there, his wife is with him. Within, I don't know, like 2.5 weeks of being out of the hospital and on his road to recovery, not even back to what was, quote unquote, the norm. He gets hit or gets into a car accident. I don't know exactly what happened. I do not know the details. All I know is that it broke his jaw. I think he went today to the doctor for the first, not the actual surgery, but they're take x-rays so they can figure out what they got to do to repair his jaw. And this guy's a singer, so it also a broken leg, which just means you have to learn to walk again, no matter what. That's horrible, right? And I don't know which one happened first, but the next time I talked to him after that, his ex, who he had the first kid with, that ex, her ex that just got finalized, kills himself, and within days, my buddy, his wife tells him they're getting a divorce. I mean, that's just, That's laying it on thick, man. I feel so shitty for him. But I did talk to him today. I haven't not spoken. I haven't been able to. He can't. He's got a broken jaw. But we text, and he says that he is absolutely on the other side. He's on the other side of it in the sense that he is now believing and knowing that this is the catalyst to something great. He and I have talked, and of course, if y'all have watched the show, by the way, I know I look a little sweaty and dirty. I am. I'm literally getting ready to walk out the door again. But the reality is, I try to remind him like this: the worse it is, and as bad as this right now, that just means it's going to be that much better and that much more incredible when this transformation comes to volition, right? And it will. I don't know when, and he doesn't know when, but he knows that is the truth, and he's on the fighting side of it. And that's all that really. So just send him some positive vibes, send him some prayers if you're cool with praying. So South Park, been watching that show. I kid you not, I was actually introduced to it in its second episode, but I was introduced by an internet nerd that showed me the Christmas cards and all the originals that had been made for Clooney and the whole story behind it, if you know it, and you can go out there and read about it. So I found them probably within, if I did my timeline, I think about 9 months of their creation. And I've been watching them, ever since. Now, I will say this. I fell off probably around season 10 or so. I don't even know what season number it was, to be frank. Like one of the last ones I watched was, I watched a few episodes after they killed off Chef, which struck, it kind of struck me the wrong way, because I'm like, it really felt like they judged him for his religious beliefs, which I don't agree with. And it also really pointed out to me how they had become almost exclusively political. And when I say political, I'm using that term loosely, but what I mean was it was always a current affair that had some political sway in it one way or another, And getting ready for the concert, I went back and I've been hearing, I was told many, many times, and I just hadn't had the chance and made the time. But I was told to watch South Park. So here's an impromptu flick dick investigation. For probably most people that hear this have already seen it, but I finally watched the South Park vaccination special, and oh my God, it was hysterical, but it was 100% political. Although, just like any good South, but the one good thing that these guys do is it's kind of like watching a debate most of the time. And what I mean by that is, even though there's always going to be a winner and loser in the scenario of the film or story, whatever the case may be, imagination land, good one, you really end up seeing both sides. That's one thing I'll give the guys respect. And they have gotten better at that, because they used to, kind of sway one way or the other. My guess is that many times the two of them are odds, and they're like, just write it into the fucking story. That's what I would do, right? So, on a scale of 1 to 100, I will give the vaccination special a solid 75. It was good. It was funny. It was South Park as usual, no doubt. That's always going to be there. But more importantly, they in my opinion, I thought they did a pretty good job of kind of playing both sides. Although again, they do sway. They tend to sway one way or the other, but they still played both sides, and that's all you can really ask for. That's a good debate. I don't have a whole lot. I didn't even make a coffee. Like, this is literally almost impromptu, because I'd pretty much decided not to do it. But then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I can get on there real quick and just say hello. Everybody will see that I still came on live and kept my word. But it's just one of those weeks. I will be back Thursday. Yes, Thursday. And Saturday, there's a special episode. It's my normal time, same spirit channel. But I do have a couple of the hosts from Roll With That podcast. Some really groovy dudes. Looking forward to talking to them and having a blazing hot discussion. So that is Saturday at 7:20 p.m. Mountain Time, because I stare at the mountains over here. And with that, you know what? I will just go ahead and end it there. I really don't have anything strange other than I will say this: I have masturbated many, many times to Ween and Primus, so I'm going to have a dream come true tomorrow. I expect it to be one hell of a show. I do plan on being as mind altered as I can be in this day and age without breaking the law. So, you know, there's that. But there's so much you can do now without breaking the law. Just the top three, particularly in Denver, by the way, if y'all don't know it. But magic mushrooms, marijuana, and kratom. So it'll be an MKM day. So I guess that's a strange fact. And most people don't know how normal strange is. And in fact, everybody has opinions and everybody thinks that everybody else's stinks. Mine stink like coffee that I don't have right now and weed that I'm even not going to hit again. But I do appreciate, I appreciate particularly Flowers for coming in and saying hello. And if it matters, I will be back Thursday for a normal show. So probably at least, 30, 45 minutes. The last show went ridiculously long. We were joking about it today. Both of us got so ripped. We ate up a storm, quite frankly, last night. I don't even know how much. I can't remember everything I ate, and it was horrible because I probably gained 2 pounds after that show. So I love all of you. Each one of you are special. Remember that. Have a wonderful day. The next episode will be just in a couple of days, and we'll get back to normal. But I wanted to at least come on and say hello. So peace out. Until the next time. Later.